Nights of Terpene. I'm Sir Ho Ho with you, my co-host, Sir Widow.
Good day, Al. Good day. Glad to be in
We're back in the temple.
the Temple of Terpenes.
Yeah, it's been a little
Glad
bit.
to
We
be
had a
back.
little hiatus there for some, life gets in the way kind of reasons.
Absolutely.
But we're back at it now, and we're back to talk to you about marijuana.
Yeah, back at it like a crack addict. Hell yeah, let's do it.
We want to talk about how, pretty much since the dawn of time, some say like the Neolithic era, they've found evidence that mankind was making use of marijuana. Like,
Mm-hmm.
the evolution is astounding. That, they start off probably making hash.
Yeah, essentially.
Essentially,
Yeah.
somebody ate some first, probably.
Yeah, it's
You know. I want to know who that fool was.
right.
You know?
Yeah, I mean,
Who's the
it
dude that
boggles the
just
mind.
went around eating random stuff? Who was our guinea pig here?
Right, it makes you wonder. Like, was it just some wild caveman, or was it
I mean,
like how did this happen?
we've heard that story about coffee. How the guys watch the goats eat the berries and get
Add more energy.
jumping
and stuff.
around and all that, and he finally tried them. Apparently, after they pooped him out.
Right.
I mean,
Oh,
this
my
is
Lord.
a strange story. Coffee's got this weird history, and I wonder if marijuana's got the same thing. I don't know. It's just been in society, in mankind's use for ever. Just
Yeah.
been there.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really have an origin story for it that
Yeah.
I know of. If anybody out there's got a good tale of how we came to use marijuana, I'd love to hear it.
Absolutely. And I think the latest or the earliest, rather, I would say, in modern day, meaning 1500s and beyond, um, it was used in teas a lot, lotions, and smoked, essentially. But my big question was, what was the first method of consuming cannabis?
I've always quite questioned that. How did mankind come to smoking?
Yeah.
Like, was there a fire? They stood downwind and kind of liked it. What?
It's got to be what happened. There had to be some sort of a fire.
Who thought of
Otherwise,
inhaling smoke?
yeah. Otherwise, somebody would have had to eat it.
As a
You know.
mammal, I mean, it's a pretty stupid thing to do. I gotta admit it, but you know what? I like it.
Oh, I absolutely, yes, sir.
I like inhaling smoke, and I understand all the health risks and all that. No, I like it. I'm gonna
Oh,
keep
yeah.
doing it, and if it kills me, so be it. But
Yeah. Like the Cottonmouth King said, I'm gonna smoke weed for the rest of my life, man.
yeah, oh yeah, it's got to be done. I think my generation's old folks' homes is going to be pretty lit.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's gonna be a wild time, man. Once I get it, I can't wait. As long as I can at least get in a wheelchair, I'm ready to tear some shit up.
I'm like the grandpa in Little Miss Sunshine. If I turn 72,
God,
I'm just going to
that's
start
great.
doing heroin.
Oh,
Because at that point, fuck it.
right. Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know,
I'm going to have some crazy grandkids too, so
Oh,
that's
yeah.
cool.
good times had by all, as I like to say.
And that's part of the point of marijuana.
Absolutely.
Yes, it is medicinal, but you know what? It's also recreational.
Yeah.
It is. It's fun.
It is fun, and you should be able to enjoy your medicine to such a degree.
And you can see the evidence of marijuana throughout human history. I mean,
Oh,
y'all, people had to be high to come up with some of our mythologies. All right,
no questions there.
constellations. Yeah, y'all,
Oh,
blasted.
the Greek were on something special.
Oh yeah, Greeks
You know.
must have had some really good shit.
Oh yeah.
They were probably working with that opium too, but
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think once and I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce this word. It's either hara or tara. Reason being is because of the geographical location where the word was developed. I don't know if there's an accent on it or not. Essentially, what hara is right. You got to get that good hawk. You got to get a little throat in there. Yeah, and basically, however it was discovered, what I'm going to assume is it was gathered one day, and it was gathered for food. Essentially, that's where I'm going with my for the theory for this story. Anyways, are these, you know,
It's a plant. Let's see if it's edible.
yeah, and so for whatever reason they rubbed it between their hands, and I saw a picture of like a fossilized piece. Dude, they're massive. So back in the Neolithic period when this would have taken place, way back when, back in caveman ages, everything was in a hyperbaric chamber because the ozone was over the earth, so it had a hyperbaric atmosphere, allowing things to grow larger. And that's where I believe, because of the size of what I saw out of one flower, man, they must have been a foot tall, each bud. You know, but anyway, so
I can see that.
yeah, so they started with that. They started making hakra or hash, very similar to hash, like a rudimentary hash, if you will. And then one day, someone must have caught fire over in the Alps over there, and then they must have inhaled it and said, "Oh, there's something to this." So then, what they would do is build a clay pipe in the ground, and then they would load it and start a little fire over it, and that's how they would smoke it. They'd put a long reed in there or some sort of tubular device, you know, but they would be smoking weed out of the ground. So for whatever reason, it worked for them.
Man, you control the fire, and you're siphoning the smoke off of the fire.
Right.
I can see
Pitching a
that.
good buzz. And back then, can you imagine? Nobody even knew about this stuff. So when you first got high off that stuff, it was probably like, whoa, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you got foot long buds. I mean, you ain't worried about how wasteful it is.
Right.
No,
You know
it's free. It's just growing around here, you know.
Right. And so we know that's kind of the beginning of all of this. And as history progresses, especially in China and India, there were a lot of hieroglyphics, if you will, of marijuana or some sort of cannabis. All throughout history on pots, they made baskets out of the hemp, which is just totally amazing that, you know, in such a lowbrow society or a lowbrow situation, the brain was already working and developing these ideas, and they just, you know, they tried it out and it worked. So not only did this newfound thing have a medicinal type effect, you could also use it for tools and for clothing and for baskets and stuff like that, you know. Perfect.
I often wonder, you know, the white European society has referred to many people around the world as savages. But I often wonder if that is tied to the lack of communication. Like, they only had rudimentary ways of expressing their ideas.
Right.
Where internally they had complex thoughts as deep as, you know, any white man ever, you know.
Right.
I mean, these people they had intellect. They just didn't have a way to transfer those thoughts, to communicate those thoughts to whites. So whites just thought they were ignorant savages.
Right.
You know, just because you lived a less industrialized or, you know, developed lifestyle doesn't make you an idiot.
Absolutely not.
You know, being closer to nature should be our goal as a species, to tie ourselves back to the environment instead of trying to overcome it. And these are the kind of thoughts that marijuana gives you.
Yeah,
it's how to better the world, man. I think about that all the time when I'm high. Is how could something be better? What is a better course of action for mankind? I mean, lately it's been such a shit show that you start to lose faith. You lose hope. You don't want to. You don't. No, I no longer foresee a positive outcome for the human race. Okay, I just think we're too far gone at some point to get it right. But if we have any hope, there's got to be more people like me coming up with good ideas from getting high.
Yeah.
You know?
As a flower, it impacts society on such a positive level. There, it should have never, ever had a negative connotation to it. You know.
No, this has always been part of our culture to bring us back to nature, back to some spirituality, because that's the part of the brain that it stimulates for me.
Yeah.
Is a spiritual center, the part that thinks about the bigger issues. The part that looks out at the cosmos and sees constellations. And, I think the best of mankind has always smoked pot.
Oh, and that's absolutely true. Cannabis has been used in almost every religion for religious purposes.
Yeah.
And it's like,
it brings you closer to God,
yeah,
if you ask me.
it
If there
calms
is
you down.
such a God.
Yeah.
It might also make you question such a God, which is why many religions now vilify it.
Yeah,
It's of the
which
devil.
is crazy. Yeah,
Because it makes you question things. There's no doubt. It
Oh, yeah.
activates parts of your brain that ask big questions. And I think we all should be asking these big questions and finding a better way towards the future. And I think really, I like the idea of pumping the joint session of Congress, just pumping marijuana smoke in there and copious amounts, getting them all high, and let them just sit down and figure this shit out.
It's not a bad idea, man. I think if more people saw cannabis for the medicinal properties that it has, I really don't think that many people would be against it, because all throughout history it's been used for something. There's writings of it in the Bible, the Quran, whatever other religious books are out there. And even emperors in China used it. Like, it's
I like to ask this question.
everywhere, man.
I like to ask this question of all the potheads I meet. It's like, you ever been in a fight when you were high? Like, nothing else, just smoking marijuana. You ever been in a fight?
I can say
The
I
answer
have
has
not.
been unanimous so far. Oh, hell no.
No, man.
You're too calm to get all worked up like that. You ain't throwing fists with anybody when you're stoned.
No.
It's a ridiculous notion.
I think it improves the ability to reason and to, like you've been saying, to produce more intellectual thoughts, more questioning thoughts. And it really truly does repair neural pathways in the brain, and it can be responsible for creating, more movement, more energy in there, and kind of kickstarting things. So cannabis is just a wonderful thing, and obviously, everybody throughout history couldn't have been wrong. And then all of a sudden we get to late 60s, early 70s, and it's legal.
And I mean, we've gone from literally clay pipes made out of the ground to studying this stuff on a molecular level. And, if you want to look at, I think it could have extreme value as a mental health drug.
Amen.
100%
amen to that.
Certainly not a cure-all, but
It'll help.
I think there's a lot of properties to it that certainly would tone down aggression.
Oh, yeah.
Be a good antipsychotic, perhaps.
Yeah. And, dude.
Got to be better than Seroquel.
Oh, dude. That stuff, some of that those really heavy hitters that they give you, like what the hell, man? You wake up 2 days later not knowing where you are.
It's some serious chemistry they're dealing with, man. Serious chemistry, and it's hit or miss because we don't have all the information. We don't have the analysis of what all chemicals are actually doing in the brain and what all the electrical stimuli are necessary. It's some folks are getting there. Smarter people than me are working on this problem, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
And God bless you, because we really need to figure this stuff out. But, we don't need stigmatizing of natural plants to hinder our progress in this arena.
I'm with you.
Stop bashing weed. It really has a lot of great, valuable properties to it that we're still discovering.
Yeah.
Because more and more studies being done on it. And again, it's a rabbit hole. We gotta watch where we go with it. Again, we don't need to be making cocaine out of it.
That's right. Yeah.
Let it be what it is. But study it. That's fantastic. Mm-hmm. The knowledge is power.
Yeah.
We just need to get rid of the stigma and all of the nonsense and get down to the basics of let's utilize what nature gave us for our benefit and not destroy nature in the process. We have to keep our natural environment as natural as possible, in my opinion.
Well, everybody should want to.
Yeah.
I mean,
But we don't.
No. Anytime anybody...
Most people don't give it a second thought. I go jump in my car and drive down the road, and I know I ain't good for the planet, but
what are you going to do?
It's the best way to get from point A to point B right now.
Yeah.
I want a better world, but I don't know how to fix humanity.
I don't think
I've been working on the problem for quite a while now, and I'm not coming up with solutions. Other than, hey, smoke more pot.
Yeah, I don't foresee there being a fixed how bad society is right now. I mean, I watched true crime shows and all that. I watched about every episode out there that I could find, and I think I lost faith and trust. And
watching,
a long time ago.
When you watch one genre, and especially a crime genre,
oh yeah,
it can skew your perception of reality.
Well, yeah, because you're seeing the worst.
You got to remember your crime rates and crime percentages. This happens to 1 in 100,000 people.
Right. Yeah.
It's not normal life to encounter these horrific crimes.
Right.
That's not everybody's every day.
Right. Yeah.
But when you watch it every day, it seems like, oh, this stuff is going on all the time.
Right.
It is, but in very small quantities.
Right.
We gotta find the good. We gotta find the common ground. The news media has to stop sensationalizing all the bad stuff and start really honestly, truthfully reporting on the good things in life.
It would make sense.
The news media came about to sell advertising now. They sensationalize to sell their product to advertisers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've always needed the news, but we don't need things sensationalized or manipulated to sell news.
Right.
We just need to report on the day's events.
Yeah.
And now nowadays you have to filter your sources.
Oh God, yeah. Man.
If I don't get a news story from at least 3 different news sources, I consider it to be an opinion piece.
Yeah. Well, dude, I see shit all the time on Facebook, for example. Dude, like, what the fuck, man? Why can't people just leave it alone and not try to fuck with other people? And just let people live their life.
Because it's human nature, man. We're all a bunch of dumb animals.
Yeah, it's
We're just,
yeah,
one step above primates. We're not really
yeah,
as developed as we should be.
right.
And I heard one comedian say, and it's entirely possible it's true, that there's only a finite amount of intelligence for the entire planet.
Mm-hmm.
And we're way overpopulated.
Yeah.
And it's not distributed evenly.
Oh God, no.
So
Jesus.
there's too many people out there with no intelligence.
Oh.
They just run around like dumb animals.
That's That's one of my biggest pet peeves is just not being an intelligent person. Like just not. You know what I'm
I
talking
call them
about?
sheeple.
Yeah,
I call them sheeple because if you ever watch a flock of sheep, they do dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
They go and bash their heads into things and run into each other and kick about and they don't really know why. It's just something to do.
Right.
And that's the way we act as human beings. We go bash into each other and do all kinds of stupid shit, and we don't really know why.
Yeah.
It sounded good at the time, you know.
Right. Yeah.
We allow people in mass quantities are the scariest thing to this planet.
Mm-hmm.
A large group of people is capable of all kinds of atrocities.
Absolutely.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I've been to some really overcrowded concerts, been in some really overcrowded venues, and it's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. You can get trampled. Your fellow man will stomp on you
Yeah.
just to get where they need to go. You know,
Even if it's just 2 inches in front of you, they'll give their life for that 2 inches.
we act like dumb animals,
Mm-hmm.
and that's terrifying to me because it's going to take more than dumb animals to fix the problems we've created for ourselves.
If
You know,
if we can even fix them all now.
I fear that the movie Idiocracy is going from comedy to documentary.
Right.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
we're seeing it happen before our very eyes. The stupid are going to rule the earth.
Oh yeah.
You know, as long as we let people manipulate us so easily to some really stupid ideas, we're doomed.
Mm-hmm.
We're really doomed. We're gonna need we're gonna need sense to become common again.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
And I think marijuana can help with that. That's how I'm tying this back in. I think if more people smoked pot, they would make sense.
Yeah.
They would see things for what they are, and with a clearer mind.
I do agree 100% with that. I think cannabis in any form, whatever form works for you, you know. Dude, I feel great after I take a couple hits, you know, and I just get an extreme mental clarity. I get focus. I'm a lot of times I'm nauseous because I'm, diabetic shot and that type of thing. So I get just nasty nausea, man. One hit off this little pen here, I'm good.
Yeah.
It just takes a little bit. You don't even have to. If you're trying to experience the medicinal effects of it,
We have this new term now, microdosing.
Yeah, microdosing.
Microdose. Take you a 5 milligram gummy. Cut a little slice off a gummy. Try it. Just see what it does for you. See if you don't feel better.
Right, or in a better mood or anything. You know.
See if your aches and pains are improved.
Yes, absolutely.
They will be. I promise you.
Yeah, 100%. It's done wonders for me, man.
Absolutely. And hey, if you're like me and you have fears that you can let be expressed by anger, calm you right down. Calms you right down. Smoke a little weed, I can analyze the problem with a clear mind, and the anger is calmed down.
And it's like 1 or 2 hits.
Yeah.
It's just
Doesn't take a lot. Just activate that part of your brain that's not doing the logical thinking at the moment.
Yeah, it's dude.
Fires up a different logic center in there and makes you feel better.
Yeah, gets things moving.
And everything, everything in moderation. But I mean, with marijuana, you can't overdose.
Right.
You can do too much. You can have a bad trip, so to speak.
Oh yeah.
But you know, if you, especially with edibles, you can
Oh
you,
yeah.
you can overconsume and not feel good,
Yeah.
but you won't die. You will not die. There's nothing in it that's going to kill you.
Nope.
It will cause pain, but it will not cause death. You know?
Oh, I agree with you there.
That's a beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing. You got anything else to say, sir? We got a distraction here on
Sorry.
the telephone.
There we go.
It's all good.
Sorry. It was the girlfriend, you know. Just to give the listeners a little update, she had a full hip replacement. So I'm kind of bouncing here and there, biding my time, you know, making the most of my time. And I had to come see my buddy, Sir Ho-Ho, you know, and kick it for a little bit, do a little show.
We got to have some fun in life, people. Got to have some fun in life. You know, all work and no play and all that.
It's
That's why the recreation of marijuana is what's, you know, keeping me going, really.
Same. That's what it keeps me every day. It keeps me sane.
My easiest form of entertainment.
Oh yeah.
It's at hand and doesn't involve others necessarily, and you know. And hey, let's face it, it's a great social drug too. You know,
absolutely.
Drunken parties are one thing, but getting together and getting high is really a wonderful thing.
It is.
It really should be a bigger part of our society.
I agree with you.
Have a smoke sesh, folks. Get together, smoke some weed, express your thoughts, put yourself in a safe place.
Oh,
you know, nobody judges you when they're high.
That's
you know. All right. Until next time, folks.
See ya.
Peace.
Peace.